All right, first and foremost, we give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for the love of the gospel. All right, it's the brother Gabaria coming back at you again with another sit down to basically talk about rehearsing. It's like it. Basically talking about rehearsing the righteous acts. All right, so as you know, we're supposed to rehearse the righteous acts because we're not going to be able to keep every single law, commandment, in Scripture to the best of to a T. All right. So the Lord has over 600 laws that He expected an Israelite to keep. But the Lord understands that there are going to be majority of those laws that we cannot actually keep. You know, for one being mixed fabrics. You know, another one being working on the Sabbath day. All right. What's another one? Working on the Sabbath day, celebrating the high holy days, you know, for 7 days straight. We might be able to keep one for one day, but 7 days straight, keeping high holy day 7 days straight, you know. And you know, there's more, but those are the ones that I can just think of. But there are other ones that we can keep that is in our power to keep. All right. As such as what, man? We have not eating pork. All right. Not committing adultery, not sleeping with another man's wife. All right. Not eating shellfish, not getting lions to line up your beard or line up your hair. All right. Not smoking. OK, there are laws and statutes and commandments that we can keep that are in our power. All right, that we do have liberty to keep. All right. And that's what the Lord looks at, man. He looks at our effort. All right. That's the whole reason why He said we're not saved by the law, man, because the Lord knows we're not going to be able to keep this law 100%, man. All right. But you have some camps out there saying it's all about the law. It's all about the law, keeping the law, keep the law, keep the law. You got to keep the law. Wearing fringes on your shirts everywhere you go. That's keeping the law. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. The law is it does meant to be kept. But guess what? We're in the land of our we're in the land of our captivity, man. We're not going to be able to keep every single thing to a perfect T, man. All right. And the Lord understands that. All right. That's why we're saved by grace, man. The faith, the mark of election, man. That's what we're saved by, man. All right. Those that know that they can't keep it to a T, but those that still has those still have an effort, man. Right now, I put in effort to keep the law, man. If the Sabbath come around and I don't have to work, guess what? Boom, I'm not gonna work. If the Sabbath come around and I'm in the house all day, I try to get as much rest as I possibly can, so it won't force me to go kindle a fire or buy anything, man. You know, and it's beautiful because I actually did that this Sabbath, man. The Sabbath that just ended right now, I literally fell asleep when the sun went up, and I tried to sleep all throughout the day, and I literally woke up around 4:00. You know. So I kept the Sabbath to the best of my ability, and that's how the Sabbath is supposed to be kept, man. It's a day of rest, all right? You're supposed to be resting on this day, all right? Not kindling a fire, not buying things. That's another thing, man. We keep the Sabbath to our best of our ability anyways, man. And it's in the Scriptures. If you don't keep the Sabbath, you're worthy to be put to death. All right. So not keeping the Sabbath is a law and that you're supposed to be put to death, man. But guess what? Some brothers have to work that day. Some brothers have to go out and buy food. Some brothers have to kindle a fire and cook for their family. All right. Some brothers have to do these things, man. Some brothers are in certain situations where they can't just sit around all day on the Sabbath, man. You know, it's beautiful if the Sabbath come and that's on your off day for that month, but what about next month when it's on your work day? Are you gonna be like tell your boss, oh yeah, I can't come in because it's the Sabbath and I can't do that? No, man, because this world thinks Saturday is the Sabbath or Sunday, I should say. You know, this is I'm gonna go ahead and start getting into the scripture. This is Judges chapter 5 verse 11. It says they that are delivered from the noisome of archers in the place of drawing water, which the place of drawing water is our captivity. All right, if you read in the book of Joshua and the book of Judges and Joshua, you seen that when we was taking the land from the Canaanites and from the Hamites, that we were making some of them hewers of wood and drawers of water, which means what? We were putting them under subjection and under slavery unto us, you know, especially the ones that came with moldy bread and worn garments and tried to look like they came from a far place and tried to make peace with us, but they really was just, you know, they were still within the land, you know, but we made them what? Hewers of wood and drawers of water, man. All right. So basically that this drawers of water represents what? Captivity. All right. Slavery, which we are in right now. All right. It says, in the place of drawing waters, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. How are we rehearsing the righteous acts, man? What does the word rehearse mean, actually? Let's go into that. The word rehearse means to recount, rehearse, tell again. It says through the idea of attributing honor to ascribe to rehearse. All right. So basically, rehearsing. Everybody knows when you rehearse for a play, you're not having to play right then and there. You're practicing. All right, you're doing the things that you would have done in the play, but you're going over your lines. You're making sure your entire's right. You know, you're making sure everything is in place. So when a play does finally happen, you'll be ready for it. All right. So basically, it's practicing. All right. So that's what we're doing right now. In the place of their drawing water, which is our captivity, which we're in now, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts. As far as like, well, we're how can I say practicing we're practicing the law, statutes, and commandments. So when we get into the kingdom, even though they're going to be downloaded into us, but when we get into the kingdom, it's not going to be like, oh, I never did this before. This is a strange thing. No, we're rehearsing them, man. We understand why we shouldn't do the certain things because it's not in our law to do them, man. All right. So it says what? In the place of their drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. Even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of the villages in Israel, that then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. All right. So basically it says what, man? We're going to rehearse. We're going to understand. We're going to try our best to do the acts of the Lord, man. Because why we have this, we understand this right here. This is Romans chapter 7, verse 1. It says, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth. So that just shows you right there, we're supposed to keep the law. We're supposed to keep the law as much as possible while we live on this planet Earth. But I just read where it says we should rehearse the righteous acts. Now, a person that's rehearsing is not going to get it correct every single time. That's the part of rehearsing, man. So he can understand, so he can try to get it, you know. Rehearsing is a practice thing, man. You know, and when you're practicing, you're gonna make mistakes. Matter of fact, that's how you learn how to do the right thing, by making mistakes. Of course, you're gonna defy the Sabbath once or twice. Of course, you're gonna sip around and eat pork. Of course, you're gonna I ain't gonna say. Of course, you're gonna pop another man because that's kind of really, to be honest, the scriptures actually say we're all adulterous and adulteresses, because one, we're supposed to have our women when they're virgins, man. If you're a woman right now, if you get with a woman and she has sex with another man, and she left that dude, hey, that's her husband. All right. And you know, these women, they lose their virginity real young, 14, 15, 16, 17, you know. So if you're not getting a woman while she's virgin, hey, you're an adulterer, man. All right. But that's part of what that grace comes in, man. That's where the Lord understands. Hey, so what we do now, how do we attribute it now? Hey, do you have a man? Do you have a husband? Do you have a boyfriend? Whatever. And if she says yes to any of those, then we don't deal with her. We go in and move around. We only deal with single women. All right. But even the single women are defiled. You know, so now you understand why the Lord's not coming. Is all about the law, because the law. If the Lord came to basically saying, "Oh, did you keep the law to 100%?" We will all be destroyed, man. There would not be not one person on this planet Earth saved, man. All right, because we all fall short of the law. Matter of fact, let me grab that. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 23. It says, "For all have sinned and all come short of the glory of Yahweh." Man, see, we all have sinned, man. All right, we all fall short. But what's the point? So some people saying, so what's the point of keeping the law if we can't keep it 100%? It's that effort. All right, the Lord. Matter of fact, it says that in Galatians, I believe, the first chapter. It's the effort, man. It's the effort that we put into it, man. That's what the Lord looks for. The Lord looks for the Lord looks for that effort, the people that's going to try their best to do it, man. You got some people saying, well, if I can't keep it 100%, I'm not going to keep it at all. I'm going to just be a complete sinner. No, you know, we're not going to do that, man. All right. We're going to try to keep the law to our best of our ability. It's like, give me, I want to say it's probably 6 in the last chapter. I know it's in Galatians. Yeah, here it is. Is this it? Let me go back to the first chapter. It's like it's been a minute since I read the scripture, so let me just bear with me. Just for I thought. I think this is it right here. Yeah, I think this is it. Yep. This is it. This is Galatians. It was the second chapter. This is Galatians chapter 2, verse 16. It says, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach. Even we have believed in Yahushua HaMashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Mashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall not flesh be justified. See, so because why? Because we're not able to keep the law 100%, man. We're saved by that grace. We're saved by that belief, man. Those that try their best to keep the law, but knowing that they can't keep it 100%, man. Like I always say, man, an A for effort, man. You know. Now, if you came home, now let's say you told your kids 20 things to do, but you know, out of them 20 things to do, they can't keep every single one of them. You know, you're knowing this, like, man, I told them, oh, well, they can't do this because I ain't go there. Because let's say you just told them, oh, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Let's say just out of one of them, you said, don't wash the dishes unless I'm here, you know, because I want to watch you, make sure you're doing. Now, but you expect the house to be clean. So when you get home, you're gonna expect them dishes not to be washed, because why? You said don't wash the dishes unless I'm gonna be there. So when you get home, you be like, damn, I told him not to do that. You're right. But who's gonna have more favor in your eyes? The kids that just sat down all day, didn't doing nothing and didn't even try to clean up the house, or the kids that did their best to try to clean the house? They even tried to touch the dishes. You know, you see a couple of the dishes clean, but you know, not all of them. You know, you see their rooms is clean, the living room is clean. The laundry is not done because you told them not to do the laundry unless you're there, because you don't want to make sure they mess it up. You know, so who's gonna get more grace in your eyes, man? The kids that didn't do nothing at all, that just sat on the couch and just slept all day, or just didn't do nothing, or the kids that tried their best to try to do exactly what you said, tried to clean the house up, but didn't do every single thing that you did, man. All right, it's a no-brainer, man. Of course, you're gonna show more grace. You're gonna show more favor to the kids that tried, man, than versus the kids that do nothing, man. You're gonna be like, man, at least they tried. At least they tried to do something. Y'all didn't do shit. Y'all just sat down all day. Y'all was being lazy and just fucked around, man. You know, at least Tom, Cynthia, and Abigail, at least they tried. At least they tried to do something. You know, they tried to appease my wrath. They tried to make me happy. They considered, really, man. We're actually considering the Lord, man, by doing the works of the law, man. You know, to the best of our abilities. We're actually considering how the Lord feels, man. And we understand that in Romans, the 7th chapter, it says what? The law should have dominion over all men as long as he liveth, man. All right. So we understand that the law is supposed to be done on planet Earth, but we also have a understanding that it can't be kept 100%. So we try our best to do it. It says, but if while we seek to be justified by Mashiach, ourselves also are found sinners. See, so basically, if we're justified by the law, then we're all gonna be found sinners, man, because we all have once broken the law. All right. It says we ourselves are also found sinners. It says, is therefore Mashiach the minister of sin? Yahweh forbid, which means no. For if I build anything, it says, for if I build again the things which I destroy, I make myself a transgressor. You know, so yeah, man. So yeah, man, if the Lord, which means what, we're supposed to keep the law, but we're not going to be able to keep it 100%. For I thought the law, I am dead to the law. Okay, that was basically today. I'm gonna get one more scripture. It's like I'm trying to remember exactly what it is in James, the first chapter. Probably the second verse. Here it is. This is James chapter 2, verse 18. It says, yea, a man say that thou hast faith and have not works. Show me thy faith without works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. All right. So it shows you, how do we show? Matter of fact, that for us keeping the law to the best of our ability shows our faith, man. Shows that we're trying our best to be faithful to Yahweh Shmi Al-Shah, man. All right. And if you saying no, you don't, you got to keep all of it, such. Well, show me show me exactly how do you keep 100% of the law, and I bet you I can bring up one scripture that you're not following, man, or that you have sinned. All right, because and to the scripture says what, if you break one least commandment, you're guilty of breaking all of them. So just to show you, man, hey, we're not saved by the law, man, but we do keep it because that's how we show our faith. That's how we show our works, man. All right. It says, thou believest that there is one God, thou dost well. The devil also believe and tremble. All right. So yeah, man. And that's why Esau tries his best to make it impossible to keep the laws, man. He puts it all away. He's in media. Oh, this guy had an affair and such. Oh, what, he puts in the rap game. I took his bitch. I took his bitch, and now she's on my lap, and shit like that, man. So they put it all in the media. They make it popular. They make it acceptable that it's okay for another man to sleep with another man's woman. They make pork the cheapest meat on the planet, man. They put all these mischievous things out here to make it seem it's okay, so people can not feel guilty when they do the things, man. All right, but guess what? The elect is gonna not do them, and they're gonna try their best to stay away from them, man. All right. So, Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying. That's all I had to really to say. Hey, keep the law to your best of your ability. Don't worry that you cannot keep every single scripture to a T. Hey, that's where grace comes in at, man. We're only trying, That's all we're doing, man. We're trying. Of course, we know we're sinners, man. We know we sin, man. And guess what? A righteous man is going to feel bad for it, man. You do a sin, you're going to be like, oh, well, I'm saved by grace. Well, I'm cool. That's not what type of spirit you're supposed to be in, man. Even though we're not even able to do it, man, we're supposed to feel some type of remorse or some type of, because we're actually supposed to keep that law. But now we're in the land of our captivity. We can't, man. So that's why we feel bad, man. That's why, man, in fact, use that as motivation to pray to the Lord more, man. The Lord says what? Don't let him give the Lord not rest until he make a Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Pray to the Lord. Pray to the Lord continuously, man. All right. So, Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying for you brothers out there. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and my apostles, a great millstone. And shalom to you, faithful brothers out there. Shalom.